My name is Todd Jackson. I'm a commercial lines account manager here at Barry Insurance. I started working at Barry Insurance in 2024. I grew up in Norton with my parents and my sister. My sister's 3 years younger than me. We had a close family growing up. My parents did a lot of camping, so basically every weekend we were camping. When I say camping, it wasn't like we were roughing it, I don't think. You know, my parents had a camper, and for quite a while we camped alongside a lake every weekend for many years in the summer. There's this campground in the middle. It's not even there anymore. It's on Lake Tispiquin. My parents had this beautiful site, like literally on the water. You know, we had a little dock there, a little ski boat, and you know, for years had a blast. It was good, yeah. My parents and my whole family, I guess, you know, they were very easygoing, easy to get along with. Everybody had a lot of fun. You know, my father worked for Cisco Food Service for years. He retired there. My mother was a bookkeeper for years, and that's where she retired. And we had a pretty normal life. As I said, I grew up in Norton. I went to Norton High School, graduated from Norton High School. Throughout high school, I worked a lot. I also played golf. I was on the golf team in high school, which was fun. You know, we got to play every day after school for free, which was nice. After graduating high school, I went into the Air Force. I was a security police officer. When I got out of active duty, I stayed in the Air National Guard for a term, and I cross-trained into the fire department. So I was a fire protection specialist on the flight line. When I joined the Air Force, I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do long-term. I thought about having a career in law enforcement because I did that in the Air Force. When I got out of the Air Force, I started going to college. I started at the community college level, went to Bristol Community College. I actually started taking business classes going that track because I wasn't sure if I was going to get a job in law enforcement. So I ended up getting an associate's degree in business administration. When I did get the job in law enforcement, I switched my major into criminal justice, and then I continued with criminal justice from then on. Really, while I was working on the police department, I continued my college career. I served on the Norton Police Department for 30 years, starting out as a patrolman. Then I became a shift sergeant. I did rise through the ranks. I became a lieutenant, and then ultimately I retired as a deputy police chief. I had a great career. Loved it. I have a tremendous amount of respect for the men and women in law enforcement. And but you know, towards the end, when I was approaching 30 years, I was ready for a change. I started thinking about a career in insurance. I met Kaitlyn and Chris while I was working at the Norton Police Department because they insured the town of Norton. So I began a professional relationship with them, and I got to know them very well over the course of many years. After having some conversations with them about the insurance field, I knew right away that I did want to go into the field, and more importantly, I knew right away that I wanted to work for Barry. I wanted to work for them. After talking to them, they offered me the job. I accepted, and I never looked back. As a commercial lines account manager, it's my job to help clients with whatever they need, whether it's a renewal or a new policy or updates on coverage or certificates, whatever they need, I'm there for them. Which is really one of the parts I love about the job, is just because I like dealing with people. I like talking to people, building relationships, and dealing with the clients is dealing with people and trying to help people with whatever they need. You know, helping people stay protected, and as a commercial lines account manager, being a part of their business plan. I live in Sonnet with my family. I live with my wife, Heather, and 3 girls. And I can't forget about our dog, Fozzie. He's the center of our family and my co-pilot for car rides. Living with all girls is not boring. Sometimes it's a little bit like living in a reality show, but it's very fun. I don't know if that's something I should say or I shouldn't say. Actually, when I met my wife, I can remember the day like it was yesterday, like just because it was such a nice day. So in my bachelor days, I had a boat. High Maintenance was the boat. Me and 2 buddies, we were on my boat. We went to Newport. We had a friend that had a mooring outside the mansions. It was the weekend of the boat show, so we had kind of gone to the boat show, just having a blast. And then on the way home, we docked up. We went in, and my wife was in there with her sister. They would mind their own business, and I was ordering a drink and started talking to her. Next thing you know, I'm talking all night, and that was it. When I'm not working, I love to spend time with my family. We try to spend as much time as we can together. We like to do day trips. Before the summer, my wife will come up with a list of different places she wants to try to go. Whether it's some other beach somewhere, or just some nature trail somewhere, or some type of thing. We like to spend a lot of time in the Newport, Rhode Island area. Just just try to spend as much time as we can together outdoors. One of my favorite things to do is to go to the beach later in the day as the sun's going down. That's one of my favorite things to do all summer, and we try to do that as much as possible. I like to do home improvement projects, so I'm involved with doing that a lot. But other than that, I mostly just spend time with my family as much as I can. I also have to spend time helping my wife with her hobby, which is keeping a chicken coop. She has 6 chickens. I say she, we as a family have 6 chickens, but she's the one that really takes care of them. But that's her thing. She enjoys, taking care of the chickens, and she has the kids go out there and get the eggs, and things like that. It's fun. I still stay involved, in the criminal justice field a little bit by teaching criminal justice students at the college level, which I enjoy very much. I've been doing that for 10 years, and I like to see the students, learning about the criminal justice at their age and see where they take it. I guess one of the highlights of my career was attending the FBI National Academy. Very small percentage of law enforcement officers are able to attend the academy. I was able to attend back in 2010 for 3 months, lived down in Quantico, Virginia. The National Academy is basically a leadership academy that prepares officers and other law enforcement executives for promotional positions and other positions in leadership. And it's also attended by officers even from other countries. I'm looking forward to growing here at Berry Insurance and just learning as much as I can about the insurance industry and really just being the best I can be in my role.